You know, I wonder what this would be like if it was a call-in show. Probably a lot of, like, dead air as I just kind of waited for someone to call. And no one would call. And I'd be waiting by the phone. Waiting by the phone. You know, I'm not going to sing any more of it. A, because I kind of forgot what the lyrics are. And B, I don't want to get screwed on, being forced to pay royalties and, YouTube or Spotify or whoever yanks this off the air because, like, yeah, copyright, rah, 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 and you're listening to Velvet Owl watches Baywatch Nights, so you don't have to. Even though you probably should. Some of these episodes, they're kind of fun. But I could just be having Stockholm Syndrome from... I don't know. I mean, it's not like I'm being forced. I'm not tied up, forced to watch these. But in a way, I kind of am. But I'm the one tying myself up. And why, oh why, we are on Season 1, Episode 21. Which means we are almost to the end of this season. And when we get to the end of the season, that means we are halfway through. And the end is almost in sight. Kind of. If I squint real hard, I can see kind of the outline of the end. And it's coming. And this episode is called Closer Look. Which means that there's something going to be kind of fishy. And they're going to have to take a closer look. Right? Yeah. A closer look. Not the Seth Meyers skit on Late Night. Is it a skit? It's not really a skit. It's a segment. But it's a closer look at Angie Harmon's ass. I can hope, right? I hope so. That is what I want to take a closer look at. So, let me press play and see where things go. Promo boy, photo boy has taken an assignment taking publicity shots of this one actress who plans on becoming a big action star. Except, she's dressed like a slave girl, like a harem slave girl. Kind of like Jeannie from I Dream Like Jeannie. Which, I mean, yeah, like, the costume wouldn't be bad for promo shots if you're trying to be like a comedic actress. If you're trying to be an action star, you gotta look like Cynthia Rothrock. You gotta look badass. You gotta look like you're gonna kick ass. And this is what Photo Boy tells her. Like, imagine Stallone. Stallone's not gonna be dressed like a harem girl. Though I would actually go see that movie. If Sylvester Stallone was dressed like a harem girl, I would go see that. But he's right. Stallone wouldn't dress like that. And Photo Boy's like, Stallone, he'd be out there topless with a gun, which is like, yeah. I bet you can see why that would be kind of bad advice to give a woman, right? To be topless with a gun. And her manager and or boyfriend, I'm not sure which she is. I was thinking it was like her agent, but he gets so like into a jealous fit that I think it's her boyfriend. But it could be one of those boyfriends who also manages her and is their agent and has no fucking idea what he's doing and ruining her career just because he wants to bang her. And he's banging her, but doesn't want anyone else to jerk off thinking about her. Yet he made her dress like a harem girl. This guy is all sorts of confused. And, he's getting all mad and Photo Boy's trying to, like, get out of an ass kicking. Which he doesn't really need to try very hard to do, because the agent guy, he can't kick ass. He's a sissy boy. He goes for a punch. Photo Boy easily sidesteps it, and the agent goes flying onto the sand. Luckily, they're on the beach. And so the sand is soft, so it's not going to break his face like concrete. And Photo Boy decides, like, he doesn't need this trouble. And he says, "Bye, Sandra." And she's like, "It's Sandra." Because apparently... And this is what she says. She had it legally changed. Which I don't know if that's something you need to legally change. So I'm pretty sure Sandra and Sandra are spelled the same way. Like Sandra Bernhardt? Or is this Sandra Bernhardt? Now I don't know. But I'm pretty sure Sandra is spelled the same as Sandra. It's just a matter of how you pronounce it. And so, do you legally have to change it? At the name change office, they're probably just like, whatever, we're not going to deal with you. Give us the $50 and we'll tell you we changed it. I don't know. I don't know how much it costs to get your name changed. Does it cost to get your name changed? I mean, when you get married, you don't have to pay to get your name changed. But I don't know if that's like a, sort of thing they do. Like, oh, you're getting married. That's a freebie of getting your name changed. But if you just want to change your name because you're a fucking douchebag that wants to pronounce your name differently, well, you got to pay up $50. I don't know. Someone look into that for me. Oh, I almost forgot. After the sun goes down, someone's gonna live, someone's gonna die. You're gonna have to put up with that for however many more episodes I have to go through, because, damn it, I love that song now. I don't know why. I hate myself for loving that song. But, so, there's a big press conference where this old white guy is buying, like, a swimsuit company from a middle-aged white lady. And, everything's good except her husband, supposed husband, I don't know. He could be a crazed stalker. And he kind of looks like Eric Roberts, so he is going to be fake Eric Roberts for the rest of this episode. And he comes on and is like, you gotta talk to me! I still love you! And security takes him away and punches the living shit out of him. As well deserved, because, you're, like, interrupting a big press conference. Isn't there a better time to be all stalkerish and come up to her, like, while she's having dinner or something? But, no, apparently it is her husband, and he's going through a divorce, because he's talking to David Hasselhoff. And, my God, the Adidas product placement just, the money they're putting is paying off. Because Hasselhoff's got his brown Adidas bomber jacket, as always, which is fantastic. And fake Eric Roberts is wearing, like, a neon Adidas windbreaker. And that is fucking awesome, too. It's like just the Adidas love. Like, we got the two sides of Adidas. The serious brown side and the fun-loving neon color side. Fantastic. Oh, and actually there is stuff that pertains to what the plot's gonna be. Because fake Eric Roberts, he's like, just something's a little off. And the lady at the press conference, I don't think it was really her. I don't think it was really my wife. Like, that is weird. Is someone pretending to be her? To facilitate this whole, like, hostile takeover from this old white guy buying her swimsuit company? Could be someone pretending to her, and maybe someone should take a closer look. Yeah, I think that's what the title's gonna be referring to. A closer look! Someone's gonna live! Someone's gonna die. So Hasselhoff goes to visit fake Eric Roberts' ex-wife. And, she's chasing some pleasantries. She doesn't really want to see him, but, he kind of is very insistent. And like, oh, I just want to talk to you. And, fake Eric Roberts, he really misses you. He really cares. And she's like, well, why didn't he care years ago when it would have mattered? But after the meeting, Hasselhoff's just left with this feeling like, I'm not sure. I don't think that really is her. You might be onto something, fake Eric Roberts. It's that gut feeling that she's just not acting like herself. Hopefully someone takes a closer look. Meanwhile, over at the bar, Donna D'Errico is trying to make some new drinks, and she forces Photo Boy to taste them. And the first few ones, he's like, these taste terrible. And then she makes one, and then he's like, hey, actually, this one's pretty good. So she might have come up with a good drink. And then Sandra walks in, and she's like, yeah, my boyfriend is really mad at you, and he's probably going to kick your ass. And Photoboy's like, what, he's going to kick my ass? Did you see the fight on the beach? He can't kick my ass. And she's all like, don't say I didn't warn you. So they're trying to come up with a plan, though, how to prove that this lady isn't the real lady. Like, well, fingerprints, that will definitely prove that she's not her. Assuming that her prints are on file somewhere. They should be. Everyone's prints are on file, right? Or is that just what they told me? So Hasselhoff's got his plan. So he goes to see Photoboy, who's currently taking pictures of girls in underwear jumping on a trampoline. So I don't know if he's currently got a job for like the Man Show, where he's like, remember girls on trampolines? Brilliant concept. I love it. I don't know, because he's always complaining about how he doesn't have money and is just taking jobs for the money. So did he actually get a job where he's taking photos of girls in underwear jumping on trampolines? Oh my god, that's the most greatest amazing job. And Hasselhoff's like, you want to go work on the case? And Photoboy's like, oh yeah, of course. Girls, that's a wrap. Go away. Like, what? First of all, you're working with the Hasselhoff Detective Agency, which 90% sure you're not going to get paid, because they, like, never get paid. And when they do, it's, like, some ridiculous slow amount. And so, but he decides to, and their plan is, he's going to pretend that, you know, this lady ordered photos a while back, and he's going to hand deliver them. And, you know, if she's the real crazy lady, the real ex-wife, she knows that there's no photos being delivered. No photos were ordered. It's like one of those scam things. And she'd be like, what the fuck are they talking about? But they call and they don't get a hold of her. They get a hold of the bodyguard, who's, you know, something fishy about him. I don't trust him. He's probably behind it all. And he's like, she didn't order them. And he's like, well, she ordered them a while back. Like, oh, well, you can just mail them. Like, no, I gotta hand deliver them. That's what the lady said. He's like, okay, hand deliver them. And so he's going off with Angie Harmon, which I guess the plan is they're gonna hand deliver some photos and somehow sneak in and grab something with this lady's fingerprints. But I feel like the bodyguard didn't fully buy the story and is kind of just humoring him so that when he gets there, he's going to punch him in the face. That's my gut feeling. That's what I would do, because Photoboy's not a good actor, and he did not sound convincing whatsoever. So Photoboy and Angie Harmon show up at the mansion, and the bodyguard, he's like, yeah, you can just drop them off with me, and she'll send a check in the mail. Oh, well, there goes your plan. Didn't work. So, plan B. Angie Harmon says she has to go pee. And the bodyguard's like, fine, go pee, down the hall to the left. I'm not gonna follow you. Like, wait, what? Oh, well, I mean, Photoboy says he's gotta pee too. And I guess, you know, like, oh, I can't follow both of you. But are there separate men and women's bathroom in this mansion? Can't you just walk with both of them? Because they're both using the bathroom, so they theoretically would be both going to the same place? Nah, I trust you. You're not gonna run off and go in another room and steal stuff to get fingerprints. Nah, so you just go ahead. And so she sneaks off into a room and grabs some stuff so she could get some fingerprints. But the ex-wife's there. Or the fake ex-wife. We don't know. And she's like, what are you doing here? Like, oh, I got lost going to the bathroom. And the bodyguard shows up. And she's like, I got lost going to the bathroom. I'm sorry, guys. And the bodyguard, I know he's not buying the story, but I guess he can't really do or prove anything. I'd be like, bitch, open up your purse. I gotta make sure you're not stealing shit. I gave you perfectly good directions down the hall and to the left. And why didn't you go with Photo Boy? He could have shown you the way. Why did you just go off on your own? I don't trust you. But that's just me. And so they get fingerprints taken off, and some of them do belong to the ex-wife. Some of them belong to the maids. So, okay. And one other set of prints that belong to an actress who kind of looks like the ex-wife. About the same height, about the same weight. Hair color's different and eye color's different, and, well, you know, that can't possibly be faked. But, they've got a hunch, and they're gonna go check in on her. So now, fake Eric Roberts is surfing. Body surfing. Is that what it's called? You know, the kind of surfing where you can't actually surf because you don't know how to surf, so you just kind of doggy paddle on top of a surfboard. I'm pretty sure that's called body surfing. And I don't know, maybe that's what surfers do while they're trying to find a wave, and he just hasn't come across a wave yet. I don't know. I don't know anything about surfing. I watched The Endless Summer 2 one time, and really I only watched 5 minutes of it because I was flipping through the channels and there was a bunch of girls in bikinis, so I was like, hey, what's this? Oh, it's a surfing movie. Click. But someone in a speedboat is coming for him. Oh no, this isn't good. But fake Eric Roberts is a quick thinker, and he turns his board around so that he's underneath the board, also underneath the water, and the speedboat just comes crashing, which splits the surfboard in half. And oh no, this is going to be bad for fake Eric Roberts. But luckily, David Hasselhoff just happened to be patrolling the waters with some other lifeguard. Because remember, David Hasselhoff's day job is he is a lifeguard. And sometimes he keeps doing that. And I still don't really know, like, the relation of Baywatch days and Baywatch nights. Like, I imagine, like, they're taking place around the same time. So, are there times during the Baywatch proper episodes when he mentions, like, oh, I gotta go off and do some detectiving? Like, I don't know. But luckily, he is, like, patrolling the waters, and he's able to save his friend, fake Eric Roberts. So Angie Harmon and Photo Boy go to the actress's apartment, but she's not home. And, you know, the door's locked. They think, maybe we could do a little breaking and entering. But the super's there. And he's like, no. You're not breaking in. Get the hell out of here. They're like, fuck. So what are we going to do? Luckily, at the time, David Hasselhoff just happens, I don't know if he was meant to, like, meet them there. He walks by, he sees that, like, oh, they got fucked over, but hey, there's happens to be a toolbox here. So he picks up the toolbox, she goes up to the super, like, hey, I'm the cable guy. She home? Like, nah, she's not home. Like, hey, buddy, how would you like some free cable? And that's all it takes to have the super let Hasselhoff into the apartment. Of course, what's going to happen when he doesn't get the free cable? Oh, I mean, Hasselhoff's going to be long gone by that point. And what's the guy going to do? Call the cable company like, hey, you sent the guy, and he's supposed to hook me up with free cable, and he never did. So, yeah, there was that. I got distracted. I don't care. So they're in the apartment, they're looking through, and they find a lot of videotape of the ex-wife, and some audio tapes of her practicing the voice. Yeah. Not quite the smoking gun, but yeah, they might have killed the lady off and then sold the company and made a lot of money. That's what it's all about, the money. You know, if only someone had taken a closer look, which thankfully, actually, Hasselhoff Detective Agency did take a closer look, and that's how they figured out that someone lived and someone died after the sun goes down. Yeah, I'm gonna keep going on with that. So now the actress that's pretending to be the ex-wife and the bodyguard, you know, they're talking, and the actress is like, you know, I kind of like this role, and I worked really hard, and I even went and got the plastic surgery, so I think, you know, maybe I could stay in town and keep pretending to be her. And bodyguard's like, yeah, no, that's not happening. You're getting the fuck out of town after everything goes through. And then she gets a call. Well, actually, she gets a pager. She gets a page. Remember pagers? Beepers? Yeah. So she calls back, and it's Hasselhoff. He's like, yeah, I'm at your apartment now, and I know some things. But just so you know, that guy who's having you do these things, he's gonna kill you. And she's like, oh, yeah, oh, look, a water main break at my apartment? Yeah, I should probably go check on that. And she tells the bodyguard, like, oh, look, I gotta do it. Like, all the evidence is right there. So I gotta go and hide the evidence. And the bodyguard's like, okay, yeah, you can go. My boy Jimmy is gonna go follow you. And remember, don't try any funny stuff, because remember when we killed the real ex-wife? The real one? We killed her? I mean, I killed her, yes, but I was wearing gloves when I held the gun. You, however, after I handed the gun to you, did not have gloves on. Guess whose fingerprints are on the gun? So don't you fuck around! So they head over to the apartment, and the Jimmy problem's taken care of because Angie Hartman and the super, who I guess was let in on everything that's going on, so he's helping. They're like, oh, hey, you're a big, strong guy. Can you help us move this couch? And he's like, okay. Meanwhile, the actress goes into the apartment, and there's David Hasselhoff and a detective named Byron Brown, which I then laughed, because in Buffalo, the mayor is named Byron Brown! And I don't know why I found that so funny, because if he's as good a detective as he's a mayor, he's an absolute shit detective. Anyhow, that amused me. So they concoct a plan that involves her using her acting skills to record a message. And when she goes back to the bodyguard, a call comes through from Mystery Voice. Hasselhoff using a voice, not even using a voice modulator or anything. He's just kind of half covering up the speaker and going, this is Mystery Guy, and I got a message for you. And he plays the tape that the actress made, saying like, it's me, and you missed, I'm not dead. And bodyguard's all like, oh no, okay, I gotta meet this mystery guy at whatever place he said, because she's still alive and this is gonna screw up the plans. Which I would be mad at the actress then at that point, because you were supposed to get rid of the body. That's the thing, you make sure, 100% sure, that the body is taken care of and gone and dead. Fucking amateurs. So the bodyguard dude, who actually isn't a bodyguard, I guess I wasn't paying attention to what he really did. He was like the woman's business partner, and he's all mad because, you know, he did all the work and she wanted to be the famous one and she wouldn't sell, and he wanted to sell so he can make lots of money. So he goes to the docks, and oh my god, is it a ghost? It's her! It's the lady! But it's really the actress pretending to be the lady, because for whatever reason, he went down there without the actress, or have anyone watching her. Like, he's just like, yeah, you stay here, I'm gonna go down. I trust that you're not gonna, get there ahead of me and pretend to be the woman I'm supposed to be meeting. And Hasselhoff and Angie Harmon pop out, and they got it all on tape. They got the confession on tape. So he goes running and shooting, and everyone's running and shooting, and there's some explosions, and the good guys win, and whatever. Is it over? Oh no, there's still more. There's an epilogue on Photo Boy. Could have done without it. But remember, he had a whole subplot going on about Sandra's boyfriend was going to go kick his ass. And he goes up there and he's like, I'm going to kick your ass! And Photo Boy's like, I don't think this is really about me. I think this is about you. And you're just afraid to lose Sandra, and you're holding her down, and blah, 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 blah. And the guy's like, no, it is about you. I'm gonna kick your ass. And Photo Boy kicks his ass, because the guy's just a complete whatever. It's over. This episode's over. Ah, man, this episode sucked. No Angie Harmon in a bikini. And we didn't even get Garner. Garner was not in this episode at all. Come on, Garner's awesome, especially when he just goes and starts kicking people's asses. He is fucking awesome at that. I need more Garner. So, no Angie Harmon in a bikini and no Garner. There was that scene with girls in underwear jumping on trampolines. But, I mean, the best part of this episode is fucking ripping off the Man Show. Whatever. 23 episodes left. 1 episode left in this season. I am so close. I love you guys.